Well, hello there. How are y'all doing today? Whoops, we have completely lost Zeph. Zeph, where have you gone?
I'm here, pal.
You are there, but Skype has decided that you're not. Just a second. Just a
Oh,
second. It's doing that thing. Just a second. We got.
good old
Look, look,
Skype.
look.
Old faithful.
We're gonna fix you up real quick. We're gonna fix you up real quick. Now, we got to get this transform. We got to edit that transform. We need to get that bottom. We need to get that top removed a little bit there. I'm just gonna give that a 210, maybe a 200, maybe a 190, maybe a 180. Yeah, this is great. This is
Doing
great.
it live,
I love
boys.
how everything was cropped perfectly, and then it just decides, you know what? Nah, just nah. It's just
Classic Skype.
yeah, it's just nah. It's just don't want it to work. No, this is great. No, it's good. So guys, hello. How's it going? Good to see you all. Zeph and I are here on Base Trade for the first time. If you can't tell, there are a couple technical difficulties. Just a couple?
It's a couple.
Just a couple?
But
Nearly got you, nearly got you. I reckon that's good enough. Yeah, we got you. Bam.
we did it,
Just like
team.
that. Like there was no problem ever in the first place. Just like
Huh.
that. Oops,
This
nope.
or nothing.
So we can see that Korean casters are actually going ahead there, and they are commentating right now, or at least getting ready for it.
Sick City.
Yep. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. That's good. That's good. You see you bouncing around there? You see you bouncing around?
No,
No?
I'm just imagining what's happening. I don't have the stream
Oh,
open
don't worry about
when
it.
we do these
It was
things.
no, don't worry about it. I nailed it first time. First time every time.
Good job.
What's up, guys? Let's do the intros now. I am Maynard. With me is Zeph. She's just over there. And we are going to be doing the VSL Day 2 round of 8. So tonight we're going to be having, first of all, we're going to be starting with Rogue going up against Patience. And then straight after that will be a best of 5 and then another best of 5. So it'll be a shortish stream. It'll probably be, 2 and a bit hours,
Hmm.
thereabouts. And then after that best of 5, we're going to be having Stats, the GSL champion, up against Hero, the GSL Super Tournament champion. So Battle of
Oh
Champions. That's going to be
yeah.
a hype PvP to round out the night.
It's going to be pretty sweet. And you know what? These two best of fives lead into the semifinals. The other side of the semifinals is Impact versus Zest.
Yeah.
And of course, the winners of both of those will be heading into the finals. So important matches. They're already pretty deep in here.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I'm actually going to get the video up a little bit, just not have it too loud. Actually, it's gone from not too loud to not any sound at all. That's pretty good.
Wonderful.
Oh, there it is.
Guys, if
Hey.
we have any sound issues during the stream, let us know. We'll try and tweak it. As we're not actually in the game, we have the live feed.
Yeah, we're rocking the light. We're rocking a
So,
feed,
yeah.
basically like a private YouTube stream. Zeph and I are going to be sharing it. We're going to have to do awkward things like sync it up during games from time to time because everyone's internet's different speeds. Everyone's connection to YouTube is different, and a lot of love. First of all, look, I gotta get good at this. Vensa underscore has just subscribed, brand new subscription to BaseTradeTV. It's a fresh one, fresh out the
Sub
oven.
hype.
That's not a resub. That's a brand new one. So welcome to the BTTV fam. Zeph and I are just sort of, we got the keys to the house. This isn't our house, obviously. We're just house sitting right now while Rifkin and Zombie Grub are away. And our first initial thought when we got the keys to Base Trade TV's house was, oh, let's get naked and trash the place. But then we thought, what's sexier than a naked party on stream? Casting Korean StarCraft?
Hmm.
Yeah, we made our choice, so
Yeah.
that's what we're going to do instead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we can still party after,
We could party after.
Yeah.
But I think the kind of parties that we would have at the Base Trade TV house would probably get their Twitch deleted. So it would be unfortunate. It is a rather juicy Twitch account.
True that. So yeah, we'll be getting started here soon with the first match of the day. Patience versus Rogue ZvP.
Talk to us about this matchup.
It should
give me
be
a
pretty
lowdown.
good one. Patience has been on fire lately. I think he's really strong player. He's doing amazingly well.
Agree with that.
A lot of the Protosses are actually looking pretty good at the moment. Rogue, on the other hand, he is very good at the game, obviously, but where has he been? Like, I don't think he's been in many tournaments. I know he played in the first season of SSL. I think he played in the GSL qualifier as well, but we haven't seen so much of this guy lately.
Yeah, I think season 1 of VSL was the last time I saw him. Of course, we're talking about Jinair's Rogue, who's used to be on, obviously on Jinair Green Wings. May still be, I'm not too sure, but Jinair Green Wings, what we know, there's still one of the Kesper teams that still remains after the split of Kesper. One of the teams that still remains and also supports StarCraft 2. In fact, they're the principal sponsor for SSL. They're bringing up Patience here on screen right now to talk about him. So that I might actually bring up the full screen for this and hide that little banner. Oh, and hide that too. There we go. Oh, I'm so good at this. Check out Patience. Getting a 2-0 win over Forte and a 2-0 win over Zest. That's some good ZvT and there's some good PvP and some good PvT, but the PvZ is in question here, as that is the matchup for the day.
It is, but Patience, this guy at the moment is so well-rounded. He's so strong in all of his matchups that I think he will have no problem against Rogue. I would even favor him a little bit in his current form.
I favor him quite heavily, actually, if I have to be honest. Like, Rogue is a big question mark. Patience, however, we've got so much evidence to say that he's going to do well today. This kid's done nothing but slay nerds. I think his last showing was in obviously the GSL Super Tournament. He's been in SSL. He's everywhere. Oh, he folds his napkins up. Well, he folds his hankies up very nicely there.
Very nicely done.
Yeah, he's a neat player. I respect
hanky
that.
micro skills.
It's like a Korean artosis. I like that. So, yes. Patience, he's the Home Story Cup champion. He's got accolades coming out of his butt. But we're just, Jinair's Rogue, we haven't really... I think his best performance was literally like BlizzCon Round of 8 back in like 2015.
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that. Long time ago.
I don't think he had any big results last year. Not off the top of my head, at least. So,
so here's Rogue's run in the VSL. So he got a loss to Bunny, but managed to clinch over in the losers match versus Solar, a 2-1 win, and then a win versus Bunny there. So again, no Protoss victories to talk of recently that we can sort of put to his resume, I suppose, for his latest play. Like, we know that his matchups used to be good back in the day. He was one of the better Zergs back in the day, but that's back in the day, Zeph, and StarCraft changes so often. It's really, what is relevant are your games in the last month or so. Even that's stretching it. It's really all about now. Shout out to Tenderfoot's brand new subscription. Zeph, you know what? We're bringing all these brand new subs. Do you know what's... I think it behooves Base Trade to maybe have a full Aussie cast from time to time.
Yeah, I think so too.
2 brand new subs already.
Thank you for joining the BaseTradeTV family. Very much appreciated. But yeah, there's Rogue.
He's very excited to be here. He's super pumped and thrilled to be playing Patience right now. He is
almost jumping out of his skin. Look at him. He's just ready to go, man.
He's bouncing in his chair. Can't even handle the excitement there. I mean, I understand because, the VSL studio, the Twitch Korea is pretty sexy. We see that Hero and Stats are there looking for, going to watch their future victims in that round of 4.
Yeah, it's true. Funnily enough, last time Rogue and Patience played, granted it was like sometime last year, I think, Rogue did win that, so it's not like he's not got a chance against Patience. I feel like we are underselling him a little bit just because we haven't seen a lot of his games lately, but I am still considering that he would probably go toe-to-toe with Patience.
Oh, did you see that? He just
but I guess
centered
we'll find out.
He's focusing right now.
He's aligned his chi.
He's aligning his chi. He's trying to find his center. Goose rubber. And he's in the zone. He's in the zone. He's ready for this one. And you know what? He's going to need all of the energy and everything that Buddha can give him right now because it is a tough match on honor grounds for map number 1 by the looks of things.
Yeah, a nice big one to start things off. And hopefully he can do himself a good job. Here we go, loading into honor grounds.
Yeah. Now I have to do a little bit of lining up as well because things are not lined up here, but we're gonna get there. Look. Oh, damn it, Patience. Get off my screen, Patience. Damn it, Patience. All right, there we go. Yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
In the bottom left, he's the red Protoss Patience.
Yeah, and that's
man, quick.
Yeah, they're really quick with this. I should have warned you about that. They are quite quick with this. Now I see what Rifkin was talking about. He's like super triggered by how hard this is.
And in the top right, we have Rogue. Wow. Man, you must be like doing some sick micro at the moment.
Yeah, dude, I'm smashing it. Let's just talk about like where are you in the game clock?
46, 47.
All right, I have to pause. Keep counting.
Yeah. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55.
Keep going.
1 minute.
That'll do.
1 minute one.
Yeah,
1 minute
we're
two.
there.
3, 4. Good. Yeah, sorry. I refreshed my feed just a moment ago to try and catch up with you. I noticed I was a few seconds behind, but it's just kind of like, nah. Sorry, fam.
Yeah. No, I feel you. It's tough. We have to do this all the time when you cast with a clean feed. It's quite common. So yeah, we have the spawns positions. We have the patience in the bottom left here. He's spalling off because he's a smart Protoss. He doesn't like dying immediately to Zergs. Everything looking pretty hunky-dory at the moment. This is an expand for patience. I mean, he is getting 2 gateways, which sort of fell out of fashion a little while ago, but usually denotes a little bit of pressure.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful thing about this map, of course, is you can take that inside expansion and you have yourself a bit of peace of mind for a little while. But yeah, we'll see if Rogue's even going to try and get in there. It looks like, obviously, having taken that forward natural, that he will have an easy third to take, already looking ahead a bit in the game. Kind of unusual at the moment, I think, for Zergs to be throwing out too much two-basey sort of goodness against Protoss.
Yeah. Quite right, and with the third base, or I guess with the natural being in the third base location, you have that creep spread at the front already, and it's very easy to connect to your main. It's like 1 tumor, I think, maybe 2. So, and it also leaves the Protoss guessing a bit. If you have a queen out the front or anything at the front to deny scouting, you can do whatever you want at the back. It's a little bit tough to get into that pocket natural. That said, with these adepts coming across right now, they should be able to have a look and see what's going on in Rogue space. Just shading across now. Rogue looks like he's about to find patience as well as he sees those adepts come out with those that ling.
Yeah, he sure is. At least gets a bit of warning of those adepts coming in. They do arrive quite quickly, and they're like a Reaper on steroids. They definitely can pick off a couple of workers before you can respond. And he only has slow lings at the moment, so we see him there evacuating those drones right away, trying to get some shots off with the queen, but it's really hard to keep up with these adepts.
Yeah, these adepts, you know, they will go down eventually. There is enough lings and queens to take them out, but the shades are going to be very annoying. It will definitely make them live longer than they are, you know, than Rogue intends, and he sees that there's no third base back here just yet, so he knows Rogue's not being super greedy. In fact, he's going to see the lair as well, and that's a pretty big scout there for Patience.
Yeah, very nice maneuvering here from Patience. Using, yeah, like anytime that Rogue gets close, he just gets off the creep because he knows he can't chase. So now it could just be a huge pain in the backside for Rogue. Does get himself a couple of drone kills there, heads home with the other 2 adepts.
Now, we've seen some Protoss, like this looks like the Archon drop with a Prism, and it's definitely in time for that. And we've seen some Protoss actually go for a delayed Archon drop or just delayed DTs with Prism Harass, which has really thrown Zergs off tempo. Whoops, buffering a little bit. I'm sorry.
No, me as well.
You as well? Uh-oh. Australia has lost connection.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Just what we need.
Yeah, this is great. No, this is good. Gonna just go ahead and refresh this bad boy. We'll get it back into our faces. Let's have a look at our faces real quick. Our faces are pretty good. We work hard at looking good. It's gonna refresh refresh the page.
I'm back. I don't know about you.
I'm back as well.
Good, good.
How's your time looking? That's the next part.
It's at 3:53.
Ah, okay. You got to pause.
All right.
All right, 3:53, 3:54, 3:55. Whenever I get to your clock, unpause it. 3:57, 3:58, 3:59.
All right, we're good.
Cool.
We're good.
We Gucci.
All right.
All right, so we got a Nidus.
With this guy.
Yeah, this is a big deal as well. This Nidus canal coming out here with queens. That's not a ton of energy for transfuses, but there is quite a few roaches in the main of the Protoss here and not too many units. He has an Overseer with his army as well, so DTs shouldn't be too much of a problem if Patience warps those in, and he's perfectly aware of that. He is warping in 1 DT, Shrine getting targeted down.
Yeah, that's not going to be long for this world. He's definitely going to be wanting to get rid of that, using the roaches to continue to chase the Stalkers around behind the mineral lines. That DT Shrine is eventually going to go down to those queens, but it's a slow process at the moment. There we go, it finally goes down, and a few probes getting taken out here by the roaches as well. Roaches
so armored, they take a long time to go down to these Stalkers. But the Zerg units are just dancing around. They've killed the Dark Shrine. They've done a lot of damage here for the probe count. But Patience can absolutely recover from this as long as he gets rid of the Zerg army. The problem is he has to get rid of the Zerg army. That's the tough part. He hasn't lost too many
very nicely
yet.
done using the DT to kill the Nidus, actually. But these queens still keeping these roaches alive for a long time, even spreading some creep in the base to be extra annoying. Nice micro with these stalkers. Patience doing just about everything.
Another Nidus coming up. Another Nidus right underneath the Overseer here. Looks like the first one was killed and the next one is ready. And that's going to load up with some reinforcements. Going to make things even trickier here for Patience on this defense.
Yeah, he's gonna get the Twilight Council, but as more reinforcements come in, Patience is gonna start to struggle. He's only got a couple of warp gates.
He loaded it with roaches. No, here they come. Okay, because he loaded it with roaches, and I think he pulled them out of the Nidus, and now they're back in. Oh, targeting that Robo. That means no Immortals if he gets that down. Immortals going to be so important for getting rid of this army. Oh, he is going to get it too.
Oh no, just before he can get an Immortal. That's really rough for Patience. Now he has to use only these Stalkers to get rid of all the Zerg forces here. Now, the reinforcements aren't coming too quickly, and those roaches are getting fairly damaged. The Queen's running out of energy as well, but he's still here. He's still doing damage, and we can see him even sneaking in some drones behind this, realizing, uh-oh, he's not far off cleaning me up.
Yeah, for sure. You see that Rogue is starting to slowly bleed units here, but he is reinforcing through this very important Nidus, and he's protecting it very well as well, just zoning it away from these Stalkers. Mothership's been remade, and she's back again, but gets targeted again by the Queens. Not enough for an overcharge here.
Yeah, trying to target down some of these Queens. He's almost got one of them. Single target on all these units. Very nicely done from Patience. He's holding on well, microing like a god with the Stalkers that he has. Slowly picking up these units. I can't believe that Mothership core is somehow still alive.
Yeah, she's doing her best, and she's doing it well. Patience is going to obviously need to get rid of this Nidus Worm if he wants any chance of recovering in this game. That said, though, you know, Rogue is pretty all in. He's just making units right now. He's got a drone on the way, but I feel like that's a mistake. He has 30 workers back at home. Oh, this Nexus is actually quite close to dead. The Worm is dead, and looks like Rogue's going to get cleaned up by these Stalkers. So the game will go on, but hopefully he doesn't lose his back Nexus. How low is that getting?
Well, hard to tell. We'll soon find out as these Queens finally fall to the might of Patience. A really nice hold for him, and that Nexus will survive as well.
Yeah.
Only a single Roach trying to carry the torch there.
Cool. I didn't know how many units were there. Sorry, guys. We're not actually in the games. This is a feed. Like, there's an observer at the studio, and we have a feed. And I see some complaints about not being able to get the, you know, not be in game, and that's silly and whatever. But this is the way VSL wants it, and it's better to have something than nothing. So we're managing just fine, being able to watch this clean feed.
Hey, we still got juicy, delicious StarCraft on our screen, so I have no complaints.
Exactly.
Patience is actually rolling in here with a Warp Prism, trying to be extra annoying, and this is going to be really painful for Rogue, because now he's going to try and macro out of this Nidus thing that he got himself into, and he doesn't have that many units. His roach speed did kick in, so he's a little faster now, but roaches are still not the speediest unit for defense.
Yeah, and that was, you know, a very, very costly attack there for Rogue, so he kind of needed to kill Patience with it, I feel, or at least kill more probes or the Nexus or something, because a Patience can absolutely recover here. In fact, he's making 2 probes at a time, chrono boosts on both those Nexus, and his worker count's not too shabby. I mean, he's a little bit behind the Zerg, but that's not uncommon at this stage. His army is bigger as well, and he's going to move across here with a bunch of Stalkers. Immortal's starting to get reproduced from a fresh new robotics facility. And yeah, just doing a little bit of adept harassment here and there, getting a couple drones. Rogue still with a nice healthy worker count, though, as that 3rd hatchery finishes up.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? If Patience keeps up this pressure, then Rogue is still going to have to be churning out units here and there. It looks like he's got a good number of roaches at the moment, but just to keep these units at bay while he's still sitting here trying to drone, he's getting the +1 attack, which is going to be really nice for him, but he's still losing a drone here and there from Patience's harass. It's just going beautifully. And if Patience actually decides to move through the map and bring a bit of a gateway force across with those couple of Immortals, Rogue is definitely going to have to churn out some more units to deal with that, and already we see 5 more roaches in the production tab, and finally getting link speed.
Yeah, finally getting link speed. Link speed going to help out a little bit against these Stalkers and the Immortal as well. Roaches are not bad, but the Immortal makes them mincemeat when they get up there at number. +1 nearly done for the Roaches. He's getting up Spore Crawlers as well, just for safety. I mean, we know that Patience did have a Dark Shrine and could still opt for that kind of tech, but he is just going for the Stalker Immortal at the moment, as we can see in our Caster God vision with this production tab. A lot of Ravagers on the way here. And they have an extra range, they have the corrosive bio ability, but they are a little bit squishy. So you need to be careful here. It looks like Rogue's actually just started powering units at the correct time here for Patience. But again, he's back in with this Warp Prism. Spore Crawler helping out a little bit. 2 Queens here, but not before some drones go down.
No, definitely not. He's going to lose maybe 2 or 3. But this is a rough spot for Bro because he knows the Pros is kind of looking to move out right now. So he's trying to split his units between his bases so he doesn't commit too much to these Adepts.
Oh, another drone.
Or he might get his caught with his pants down at the front. But yeah, Patience does back up. 6 more drones killed. I mean, Patience is just doing such a good job with this. Yeah,
Patience is not afraid of the late game here. He's just like, you know what, I had a bigger armor supply and I know that, and I was in a decent spot after I held, but I'm just going to take it easy. I feel like with the Adept harassment now, I can pull back to my 3rd Nexus, be defensive, let the Zerg come to me, and trade better. Because you do have that defender's advantage as a Protoss and as a Zerg. You have those pylons that you can overcharge. You have, you know, a shorter rally distance from your robotics facility, all that kind of good business. See that he is starting to get that forward. He needs those upgrades. The Zerg is better upgraded now and is going for an attack by the looks of things here to the north of the 3rd base. More Ravagers being morphed here, and Disruptors are on the way. My favorite unit in the whole of StarCraft 2 being made right now by Patience. He's not going to have too many of them though. He's probably just going to have 1 for this attack. So that's not amazing.
But he's got to be careful. Force fields aren't really going to save him too much time here. That's a nice spread of Ravagers there. He's using the Biles to force Patience back into his bases. One of the shields on the Immortals already popping there. Another one very hurts. Lost all of its shields.
Mothership Core, where you going? She's going to go and fight some Ravagers, but unfortunately gets taken down. That means no more overcharges. I mean, she was out of energy anyway, but still. She'll need to be remade here. That's a very important unit. Disruptor in the Warp Prism. It looks like he's going to try and go for a flank here. Purification over on the Ravagers.
That's a beautiful hit there. He didn't really get to split it all. Ravagers are not so great, but a lot of Whales coming down, and he's actually getting totally wrecked by all of these attacks from Ravagers. My goodness. Very little left on the ground here for Patience.
Yeah, beautiful corrosive biles there, and Patience had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide with these units. He just had to take those biles to the face, and his Nexus is in big trouble here. There's plenty of Ravagers left over for Rogue. A Disruptor coming down at a Warp Prism again. A connection there, killing 2 more Ravagers for a reinforcement of Speedlings to make things a little bit tough. Losing another 2 Ravagers, but still so much Zerg left.
And by a little bit tough, I think you mean a lot. He is getting every single unit taken out here. The Nexus is now in danger.
GG.
And Patience has nothing left. GG.
Wow, we were sitting here going, how is Rogue's form? And I guess we just got our answer, Zeph.
Pretty darn good right there. I mean, I honestly thought the Patience was looking amazing after that Nidus. He had the harassment, he was getting a 3rd base, he was taken up, but Rogue smacked that down real nice.
Yeah, started off very cheesy there. I mean, Patience even scouted that. He saw 2 base lair, and he made units back at home. But when you know, in Legacy of the Void, I'm sure you guys, you know, that play the game are aware, but maybe you guys that aren't aware, the Nidus is invulnerable until it pops out. So you can't actually kill it until it unburrows. So you need a lot of DPS on those units, and once those Queens come out, they can transfuse it and make sure that the big meaty roaches can get through the worm.
Yeah, that's it.
No innuendo, I promise. That was actually just... No, like, that was non-deliberate.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's what made it so great. Yeah, we'll see what the next map is. I mean, that's going to be a good start for Rogue. He's going to be feeling pretty good, pretty comfy. It is best of 5 though, as we mentioned, guys, so Patience has plenty more games to fall back on. I'm sure he's not feeling the stress too much. So it's a little tricky when you have a wonky game that starts with a Nidus. It throws a spanner in the works for both players, so you don't really get to play your original game plan, whereas Rogue probably does, because he's got that plan B, like, okay, well, if this fails, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. So yeah, definitely worked out for him there on Honor Grounds.
That's right. And I still favor Patience in this series. Rogue did get that win, but it was a very clunky win. That said, though, Rogue, if he's that kind of player that brings players down to his level, if he's like a, you know, like a Solar or something like that, where yes, he may not be as mechanically gifted as some of these players that want to play the later game or the more standard game, but he can bring them down to his level by making it dirty, by making it uncomfortable. If Rogue keeps doing that, I could see this being a 2-0. But I really am feeling like Patience is still the stronger player here in this match.
Yeah, for sure. He's certainly the one that has more achievements on paper as well. And I think Patience has also gone up against like some of the best players recently and done really well. So we just have more to go off on Patience at the moment. But Proxima Station is going to be map number 2.
It is indeed. We're getting all kinds of rock and roll happening right now, Zeph. This is kind of my jam right now.
Kind of? Really? You don't look like the rock and roll type.
You don't think I look like the rock and roll type? Okay, fair enough.
No.
Feels bad, man. So, in the bottom left here, we have Patience. This is how quick the intros are, by the way.
Oh my gosh, gotta be Busta Rhymes to fit that in.
Yeah. And you're gonna have to be Mac 9 right now, go.
And in the top right, he's the one and only Rogue.
That was pretty well timed, actually. You're better than me at this already. Zeph's been cast. I've already done like 1 or 2 VSL casts. And Zeph's done... we've been live for 50 minutes. And we've been casting for 30. And Zeph's already better than me. Ugh. The struggle. Thank you, The Chosen One and L, for 26 months of resub goodness for BaseTradeTV. Look at you. Oh no. I think I actually might get rid of this banner here because I'm covering up the player cams. I think player cams are a little bit better than that.
Come on, mate.
Sorry,
get it
sorry,
together.
BaseTrade. You know it's on BaseTrade. BaseTrade's everywhere on this Twitch stream. It's all good. Alright, so with Proxima Station, it's a lot easier to wall in against the Zerg. You can take that fast Nexus. You can go for fast Nexus builds a lot easier. Looks like Rogue actually went Hatch Gas Pool. So, pretty regular ZvP opening for him as well. He's going to go for a Drone Scout.
Yeah, nothing
too
too intense in it just yet.
Yeah, so he's just like looking around, checking out for proxies, anything silly like that. Fair enough. This is a best of 5 Rick 13311. 2 best of 5s tonight.
Oh, look at that. He's so smart. Hides the drone until the probe goes past and takes that third base. So he's not going to have that delayed at all. So he's definitely looking for a little bit more of a normal game here going into Proxima. But I'm keen to see what Patience does. When the game goes his way, I still feel like he's probably the favored player. But like you said, maybe Rogue's tactic here is to get down and dirty a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like if game 1 is an indication of how Rogue likes to play this matchup, then I could see him like bringing it's not necessarily the worst player doing better. If you're really good at being dirty and being cheesy and just being so good at it, you can bring a player down to where you want to play, like in the dirt, throwing the gloves off, bare knuckle fist fight type StarCraft. And that's fine. A lot of people like to play like that. Hero likes to play like that. We're going to see him next, the best of 5. It's pretty sick.
Yes, indeed. Can't wait for that match. It looks like Patience is chroning out a couple of adepts there to do some hay-ras over at
very
Rogue's
early
house.
adepts here. And I mean, it went so well from the beginning of Undergrounds. Like, Patience had an awesome start with these 2 adepts going for the double gate opener. So, why not? That's not where everything went wrong for Patience. The adept opener was the good part.
Yeah, I think he's an adept, and Warp Prism Harass is really one of his greatest strengths in all matchups at the moment.
It looks like he wants to go DT drop again with the timing of that facility and the Twilight Council.
Ah, true that. But guess what?
Yeah.
Nice Overlord Scout timing here from Rogue. He does see those 2 tech buildings come down, so that's certainly going to be in the back of his mind.
Dude, it's in the lulls here where everyone's droning up and just taking it easy. I just have to talk about social media for a second. Ravi, Fear Dragon, we all love him, we all know him. He was saying what would happen if when an Overlord died, it dropped a creep shimmer and creep underneath it.
Oh, God.
And then there was one guy saying, dude, this is legit, sounds really cool. That would be a cool strategy. I think that this should literally be added to the game. I died and then I got better just in time for the cast. I had 3 aneurysms and 4 hemorrhages in my brain when I read that tweet.
Yeah,
I'm like, that is not a fair, cool thing. That is actually like the most broken shit I've ever. Like that is as broken as some of Ravi's ideas, like having the purification node from a disruptor have blink.
Goodness.
Like, God damn it, Ravi.
Keep this filth to yourself. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Oh God, I just feel dirty talking about it. Speaking of, we have a pretty quick lair and another Roach Warren here from Rogue. So it's not super uncommon here. Spore Crawl, I like this Spore Crawler getting put up there because he knows that a Prism is on the way.
Yes, indeed. And you know what, man? I just spot on. There's that DT shrine finishing up there. It's going to time out nicely.
Every now and then I accidentally analyze stuff. There's that Prism.
Oh, that's a second War Prism coming out there in the production
Yeah, I
cab.
like
The first one is already here and ready to party with some DT friendos.
So if you have the APM and the multitask, 2 Prism Harass with Archons in them is so strong. Oh, it's so good. So he spores the position. Rogue knows all about this. This is when the DTs do nothing. They pull out and they become cotton balls. Here they come.
That's it. Really nice defense from Rogue here early on. He identified this perfectly. He's got spores ready. He's got that lair finished just in the nick of time as well. So he really shouldn't take any damage from DTs, at least not till like way later in the game where you have more bases and maybe you forgot to drop a spore here and there. But like you said, there's those cotton balls coming in for a good time in the natural.
Single Prism, but even just single Prism with double Archon is enough to engage armies and even like just erase drone lines. I feel like killing drones is just a light way of saying how good this harassment can be. See that Rogue's going for a little bit more of a stock standard transition here, going for Hydralisk Den afterwards. So he's going to have that Roach Ravager Hydra army, but at the meantime, while he's teching, he has to deal with these Archons.
Oh boy, yeah. And this is where it really starts to get sticky with Zerg. You have to be splitting your units between these two fronts. And with this many DTs, that Spore Crawler is not going to live very long, so you're going to need extra Overseers. In fact, he doesn't quite finish it off.
Pro gamers do this all the time, where something's just 1 hit point from dead and they just leave it. And I know it's because they just don't want to lose units, they're being careful, but I dive so hard when something's really close to dead. But anyway.
To be fair, both those Warp Prisms are getting pretty low, so it's a good time to just sit back and regroup for a second, then you can come back in for round 2 already. Going to try and dip into the third base. Not quite going to happen there.
Oh god, that's a low one. Yeah, it's going to have to wait for shields to recharge on that Prism if she wants to get back in there. Oh, that is too many roaches. Yeah, so Rogue doing quite well against these double Prism Archon defense. And this is an expensive harassment here for Patience, so you can see that the supplier of Rogue is starting to shoot ahead a little bit here. Not in workers, but definitely in army. The army supply for Patience just really kicking in now. He's got, he doesn't have many gateways, just 4 of them finishing now. When they finish, he's going to have a nice little bit of production.
Certainly, and Rogue is going to head into the 4th base at the gold here, starting to knock down those rocks to give himself an easy path for the defense. Mixing in some Hydras, +1 is about to finish as well as the Hydra legs. Even getting a Baneling nest on the way, so he's going for that big explosive comp, I guess, that can wipe out gateway units pretty quick if you're not able to split off your units. Yeah. But Patience is still matching him base for base.
Patience is not afraid at all of playing the later game here. This is exactly what he wants. He's got a 4th Nexus on the way, 4th hatchery being made here for Rogue at the same time as the Protoss. These prisms are so low. Oh my god, Patience. Oh my god. I don't know, man.
I'm really stressed
I don't know, man.
Oh, get out of there.
I don't know, dude. Yeah. I think if in doubt, pull out is the word of the day. These Hydralisks, actually, these Hydralisks could catch these prisms. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, he's looking very good.
Oh, Patience. They're kind of boxed in here, Zeph.
Oh, no. He's stuck. He's going to have to find a way to pull him away from that position if he wants any hope of saving those. You don't even have a lot of vision in that position. All right.
He did manage to sneak a snake out of there, yeah.
He's cool. All right, sweet.
I also like how you said Hydra legs. Do snakes have legs?
I don't think so. There's some lizards that kind of barely have legs and they look like snakes. I don't know.
Okay, good talk.
Yeah,
so we have the creeping spread here. There's actually a really nice creep spread from Rogue. If I'm gonna be real, this is really, really good. It's got a good bit of creep all the way down that huge popular high ground attack path there. And he's starting to spread it out the front of that 4th hatchery as well, which is a goal, by the way. So he has that income advantage. As he drones it up, at least. So, Patience, loading up the Prism. Looks like he wants to go for attack. It looks like he's transitioning into charge lots. Oh, I love this.
Yeah. This is, I feel like this gets a little trickier to defend the Warp Prism Harass when your army is largely Banelings, Lings, and Hydras, because they're a lot squishy against things like DTs and Archons. Oh, please be careful. But when you've got charge lots in here, it's the same deal. They chop them up so quickly already. These queens have to run away a little bit, wait for these Lings to come in and save the day. But he just picks up, gets on out of there.
I think he intended to have charge there. I mean, 4 slow zealots are never going to get too much done. A bunch of DTs being walked in here. Looks like he wants a bit more Archonage in his army here. That is a scary Zerg army. The Protoss army not too far behind, though. Once Rogue's Gateway kicked in, he has got a lot of anti-Zerg units here. Look at that splash damage and look at that anti-armor that he has here. That is like, good luck rolling Banelings into that, Zeph. That's what I have to say about these Archons. But,
yeah. It's not an army I'd like to put things in.
I'm buffering.
Oh gosh, me too. Alright, let's refresh.
God. Hashtag production values.
VSL, please. Alright, I'm back.
You're back?
We're good.
You Gucci? What's your game time?
9:56.
Yep, that's where I am. Cool.
Good gravy.
Yeah, we're back.
Christmas is saved.
Yeah, we're rewatching. This is like a fast action replay here. This is the exact spot where we're coming back. Oh, God, damn it! Whoa! Did your stream just go crazy and then this attack happened?
Yeah. Right when the fight happens, guys.
Oh boy!
Oh my gosh!
And look at that. The Archon's charged up a lot, but there is just so many Hydras here for Rogue. And he kills a lot of Patience's army there. Knocks him back a whole ton of supply. Bit of counter-harassment here from Patience. Rogue, in the time that we haven't been seeing Rogue play tournaments, has gotten so good. Look at him crush that fight and have so much left over to macro with as well. He's got already double the army supply of Patience. This Mothership Core, what is she doing there? She's dead. And
you
Rogue
really wouldn't expect that army to have done so well against that beefy comp that Patience has, but I suppose the problem is that he has so many expensive units that now that army is kind of dead. There's not a lot here, and Rogue is closing the distance. He's coming in for the kill.
Yeah, he sure is. These Hydras even could seal the deal here, but he has so much more than that. The Lings rolling in here. Hydras on the top in this concave, trapping in those expensive high-gas Protoss units, and they're all gone! Wow. GG! Rogue with a 2-0 over Patience.
GG. I'm a little speechless at Rogue. It's just so good right now. I feel like Patience very much has control in the early game, but like once Rogue gets comfortable, that is it, man. He turns it on and he just smacks Patient across the face.
Yeah, really well played. Damn, so Rogue is on match point here, and Patience in a situation where he needs to win 3 maps against this kid. I would not have called this at all. This is I expected Stats and Hero to be a close series, but I thought this one would honestly be a Patience 3-0. I'm completely wrong here, and I'm glad that's the case. Really glad that's the case.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I agree with a 3-0 for Patience, but I definitely thought he would kind of crush Rogue. We're looking real dumb right now because Rogue is really impressing me. My goodness.
I was just looking at his last ZvP matchups in in his match history, and it wasn't looking super great. But I mean, he did have a best of 1 win over Hero in VSL Season 1, but that was last season, man.
Yeah, well, I guess when you've got a bit of time between tournament appearances, like, what are you going to be doing except practicing mad hard? So he's obviously put in the work here, and it's really showing. Can he get a 3-0 over Patience, though? The last map is going to be Newkirk. Excuse me, third map. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Last map. No, hopefully not. We want the full best of 5. We've only got 2 best of 5s tonight, guys, so we do want maximum games for maximum fun.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, could potentially be the last map here if Rogue continues to be as dominant as he has been in these series. This could be a 3-0 in the wrong direction for me, as far as my predictions go, but you know what? I'm happy to see it happen. I'm glad Rogue's looking this good. Makes me excited for his future games.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, we're on Newkirk Precinct, and in the bottom left, he is Patience.
Brought the banner back. The banner is back.
Good job.
And in the bottom right here, winning the first 2 maps on match point, this is Rogue. And according to Venser in the chat, Rogue is 8th on Korean ladder right now. It's a huge tidbit of information. Thank you, mate.
Oh, okay.
That's not a bad ladder to be top 10 on. Just saying.
No, it is not. That is a pretty strong showing. Like, you got to grind real hard to be up there too. So he's putting in the hours, man.
Yeah, for sure. So hatch first build here from Rogue. And then while we're in the lull, we're just going to give a shout out to Cirillo for a 14-month in a row subscription using that Twitch Prime. When is Amazon going to give Australia some love, dude? I want that Twitch Prime.
Yeah, man. Well, we just got Amazon Video for Australia, so maybe one day, and Ned can dream.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Right after we get good internet in Australia.
Yeah, that would be nice. So we have a Nexus build, a fast expand build here for patience, getting it before Gateway. Sorry, before Cybercore.
Yes, indeed. Keep that greed going. And 3 hatch once again for Rogue. I wonder if he will play that same sort of composition that he did in the last game, because that just crushed Patience's army. Because let's not forget too, Patience played the same strat twice. And the second time when he actually got to do it, Rogue was already prepared for it. He scouted it perfectly. He hit all the right timing. So I feel like Patience would probably want to switch into something different this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been going for ye old Dark Templar Archon drop. He definitely wanted to do it on Undergrounds as well, but didn't get the chance because of the you know, the Nidus Worm shenaniganry from Rogue. And it actually looks like he is going to turn it up. Proxy Pylon being dropped here from the 3rd. Another probe actually to the north, patrolling around, waiting to drop something spectacular as well, I'm sure. Bunch of Lings and speed halfway done here for Rogue. And he is going to go Stargate as well.
Oh man, this is real dirty from Patience. Well, with the Queen coming down, maybe he can still defend this, but he can't kill that pylon before it finishes, I don't think, especially not with more Adepts coming in. He's going to follow up with a Stargate too, so still sticking with that harassment-heavy play. And there we go, there's the overcharge on that pylon already. Very nicely done for Patience in the early game here. Yeah,
this is super annoying for Rogue to have to deal with. He's making a bunch of Lings, and actually he has an Evo chamber, so I think that he could actually go for a Ling drop in the main as well after this, if he cleans it up. A second Adept here to help out. Mothership Core getting a little bit low from this Queen, and a big run by of Lings. There's nothing back at home for Patience. What? There's no wall here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful response to Rogue, and he gets the 3 out.
That's it.
GG.
Well.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rogue. Generic Green Wings Rogue with the 3-0 win there over Patience.
That just happened.
That just happened. I mean, you got a wall in against Zerg, Zeph. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's...
It was like such a cool, smart move, and then it's like, oh yeah, forgot to shut the door before I left. I mean, even Patience, like, look at him right now. He's almost smiling, like,
yeah, it's like,
yeah,
he's like, that was dumb. At least I overcharged that pylon. That was pretty cool. But
yeah, I think the other weird thing too is that when he recalled immediately home, there were like 2 Adepts under there, and then they weren't because he like moved them into the main or something of the Zerg. So you know, that's a little less defense. I don't know if he would have held it if those teleported in with the rest of the units, but well, here we are, guys. Rogue takes a 3-0. Fantastic result for him.
Yeah, good start there. And sorry about the YouTube needing to be refreshed and that sort of thing. It does just hiccup from time to time. At least it's happening for both of us, and we don't have to keep lining things up over and over again. That's a little bit tougher than just hitting the refresh button. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, thanks for bearing with us with these minor technical difficulties in the beginning here. It's always a little tricky with a live feed, but we're very pleased to be here casting VSL. It's not often that we get to do a lot of Korean StarCraft, so, well, maybe you more than me at the moment, Maynard, but it's good fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a bit. It's mainly like non-Korean tournaments that have a lot of Korean players in them that I get to do. I think I've only been to one Korean tournament. It was IM Gyeonggi, which was a friggin' stacked tournament. Must admit, that was a stupidly high level tournament. Production woes aside.
Yeah, that was a really sick tournament. You know, I think Korean StarCraft is just totally insane right now because we have SSL, GSL, super tournaments. We've got the BTSL from BaseTrade right here.
Yeah, we're actually working it out that you know, 3 days ago I was talking to someone and they said that we actually have Korean StarCraft every night for like a week because GSL Code S is about to start again. That's season 2 of GSL starting again soon.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. I mean, we have a Lima League as well, and not only that, but because a lot of these Casper teams went away, now these players are popping up in all those weekly and monthly tournaments, and it's fantastic. Like these guys get so many more chances to strut their stuff. Where previously, it was kind of like a pyramid, like the dudes that were always on top were kind of always on top. But yeah.
Oh look, we got some highlights here. I think I'm gonna give this one a little bit of a yeah.
Do it up.
We
Yeah.
got the music on. Zeph, look how good Rogue is at this video game. Look at
Here's the fight we missed.
Yeah, this is the fight we missed. This one just kind of disappeared. It's like Archons are amazing against Banelings, but that was so many Banelings tasteless.
Yeah,
that was just enough.
I mean, it turns out that Rogue is actually pretty good at video games.
Yeah,
and,
specifically one of the hardest ones in the whole world. So, I mean, I'd be surprised if he's single. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna hurt to see this for Patience. Patience fans, look away. I'll tell you when it's safe to look back. This is really this really hurts as a Protoss player. Yep, that look at that big hole. He could actually fit like a line of 12 roaches through that hole.
Yeah, a family of Ravagers even.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're gonna have a winners interview with Mr. Rogue here. A little unfortunate we don't have a translation.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't really know much Korean. I know 안녕하세요, 감사합니다, kimchi, bimbap. That's it.
The important ones: hello, thank you, and food.
And food, yeah. And the two things I like to eat when I'm in Korea. I pretty much I rely extremely heavily on the really well traveled and cultured people like Todd and who else was helping? Like Zombie Grub speaks a little bit, Scarlet a little bit as well. They were helping out a little bit.
Yeah, I'd really like to visit Korea and go to these live GSL type things as well. But I do kind of worry because I'm a little dumb. Like I'm not very street smart, and I don't know how I'd go in a country where I barely speak any any of the language. So.
Yeah, Korea's one of those places. Like, there's a bunch of places in the world where there's not too much English going on. Like, you will struggle to find shops and that sort of thing that speak English. And Korea is definitely one of them for sure. You'd have to know a little bit to get around. What do you Lightom is? Where do you find Maynard and Zeph? We're right here, man. BaseTradeTV. If you mean our Twitter handles, they're actually like right below us. Those are our Twitter handles on social media. We're also Twitch TV/Maynard, Twitch TV/Zeph. Although I don't think Zeph's streamed in a little while.
No,
Probably a year and a bit.
I'm missing that thing. What's it called? Oh yeah, good internet. So I actually don't have the upload to stream, unfortunately. Or otherwise, I'd probably stream more of my ladder rage, or occasionally actually do a tournament, which would be cool. Because I mean, I guess luckily for me, but unluckily for other people, that when I cast something, usually someone else does all the like grunt work for me, or myself and my co-caster, because we don't have the ability to stream. So we usually have like an observer or someone running production for us, which is really great for us. Makes our job really easy when that happens. But
we actually have Twitch Korea running our production for us right now at the VSL studio.
Yeah, like a whole team.
I switch scenes from time to time. That's what I'm doing for production-wise this time, which is good, because if you're relying on my observing and I'm in game, you're going to have a bad time. I will not observe. I'm so bad at it. Yes,
luckily those observing days of ours are kind of long over.
Yeah, it's good. We got Insano as our Australian observer for all of our tournaments that we do in our time zone.
He should be hired for all the tournaments.
Buy better internet, let the followers pay. Not sure you understand how social media works. Yeah, I don't think you get a certain dollar amount per follower. I wish you did. That'd be nice.
Would be.
Zeph, how do you feel about my professional glossy makeup? How do you feel about that?
I think you're beautiful just the way you are.
I agree.
So yeah.
I find that hard to argue with.
Yeah, you don't need no makeup.
No, I really don't. But they slap it on you when you're on the big lands. You really don't have a choice. You're like, no. You're like, can I not have it? And they're like, no.
Nah.
No. Sit down and stop complaining. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At least like on camera, you look totally normal. But I assume when you get off, you like realize how orange you are because you're not under those lights.
Oh yeah, no, I look like Paris Hilton. Like,
The hotter version.
Like pretty orange. Like probably pretty orange. Yeah, the hotter version of Paris Hilton. That's right. Slap a beard and Paris Hilton, give us some dreadlocks, and that's what I look like.
Is there a reason it's orange? Because I noticed that like for some reason, whenever they do like sort of stage makeup, I guess for lack of a better term, it is orangey. Is it supposed to like complement the light or something?
I think so. It's like anti-reflective or whatever. I don't know.
Oh,
Like
right.
you can tell by my light that my skin is quite reflective. But
Yeah.
you know,
With those nerd tans.
Yeah, my nerd glands. Yeah, that's right. Too much sun? I don't think that's the problem. If too much sun was my problem, then good lord, for me to go outside less than I already do would be pretty unhealthy.
Yeah, I may have a vitamin D deficiency. I'm not sure.
You can take tablets for that, you know.
I know. I did for a bit, but then I forgot and just whatever. I'll eat some vegetables or something.
Okay.
I'm not even sure if that's how it works.
Which vegetable gives you vitamin D? Putting you on the spot right now.
Can I Google it? I don't know. I just assumed something would help you make vitamin D other than sun.
Vegetables do give you vitamins, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one would give you the D.
You know what? I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Rogue's interview to finish up here and get into the next games, guys. Sorry about that. We might actually have a break between this best of 5 and the next one. It went really quick, so
yeah, we'll see what happens. You know what? There are small amounts of vitamin D in some foods, such as fish, eggs, and UV irradiated mushrooms.
UV irradiated mushrooms.
That's very specific, but yes.
Well, isn't UV irradiation literally like sun rays?
Yeah, so
mushrooms in the sun, that's what they're trying to say.
Mushrooms can have a suntan for me, and then I can eat the mushrooms. Or something.
Wow. TIL. Well, that riveting conversation aside, we have the sort of the match score for today. If you guys are just joining us, first of all, welcome. This is VSL Day 2, Round of 8. Doing the last bottom side of the round of 8 bracket. Rogue just sorting out Patience with a 3-0. Big backhand there. That was actually a crushing, a bopping, if we're honest. Rogue looking incredibly good against Patience. But next up, we got the GSL champion against the GSL Super Tournament champion. That's going to be sick.
It's going to be real good. Status here. A PvP. PvP is so good right now.
I actually love PvP. I got to tell you, Zeph, like I've been streaming Protoss. I've been playing a little bit of Protoss here and there on my channel. And the first time I played Protoss was 2 weeks ago in a 1v1. And I thought PvP would be horrifying and bad and not fun, but it's actually my favorite matchup as a Protoss. I love it.
Hey.
Blink Disruptor is so fun, dude. I'm one of those people that don't really care if I lose or win games as long as I, have a good time. And I have a good time playing PvP. It's so good. When you have someone that's around your level and you're both like blinking out of disruptor shots and trying to mind game the other guy and baiting, that sort of thing. So sick. It's great. And the thing is, the other cool thing about PvP is there's a lot of viable things that you can do. It's not just Blink Disruptor. As awesome as that unit composition is and as cost effective as it can be, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do that's also viable. So it's just it's a really cool matchup. It's definitely the best PvP that we've seen. Like, I remember Wings of Liberty PvP. 4 gates, anyone? 4 gates, anyone? 4 gates? With some more 4 gates?
Remember that build?
Yep. Yo, bro, we heard you like 4 gates. We got some 4 gate with your 4 gate while you 4 gate. That's what Wings of Liberty was like. And I'm glad that era of Protoss is gone. I'm glad that Nexus Cannon is gone. I'm just glad that PvP is the way it is now. It's so much better.
It is. It's real good fun. And not only that, but like these are 2 of the best Protoss players ever. So I'm looking forward to that. Maynard, are we going to go to a break? We've got 10 minutes.
Look, Zeph, I think we might just have to. Oh, that is a long break, though. Guys, please don't go away. I'm going to try and set my break to be around what they're saying. So I'll start it now. And I'm just going to let this wonderful music play. Zeph and I are going to mute our mics, and we'll see you when we're back for Stats vs. Hero. Don't go away.